Good morning. It's Friday, July 7th, and today I'm going to say one word and see how you feel. Politics, presidents, elections, governors. Well, okay, that's more than one word. But anyway, kind of gets your blood boiling, doesn't it, these days? We all have our opinions. We all have our thoughts about everything. But let me see what the Bible says in Romans chapter 13, starting with verse 1. It says, "Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except God, and the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of God, and those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Do you want to be unafraid of authority? Do what is good, and you'll have praise from the same. For he is God's minister to you for good. But if you do evil, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain, for he is God's minister, an avenger to execute wrath on him who practices evil. Therefore you must be subject, and not only because of the wrath, but also for conscience sake. For because of this you also pay taxes, for they are God's ministers, attending continually to this very thing. Render therefore all their due: taxes to whom taxes are due, customs to whom customs, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor." I don't think we've been doing that too much, because it's hard to respect people we don't like, and there's a lot of politicians that we don't like nowadays, and we don't like the way things are going, and even worldwide we don't like rulers. But this is what we forget: God has a plan. It doesn't mean just because they're an authority that they're a good person. It means God put them there for a reason. Whatever is happening, it's all for a reason. And God has an ultimate plan. And the souls that will do what it says in the Bible are following God's law, not the politician's law. But we have to follow our authority. We have to pay our taxes. We have to honor the authority. Not because we didn't vote or did vote, it's because God appointed them. That's the hard, bitter truth in some ways. There's a lot of questions with that. But it says that several places in the Bible. In 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 13 and 14, it also says, honor the kings. Do what they say. And we have to be subject to them. Just like it says, if you're a slave, you have to be subject to your master. If you're a worker, you have to be subject to your authority. Nowadays, we don't like that very much. Nowadays, we believe that it's better to be, not following authority, be rebellious. But if we are God's children, we are supposed to endure, tolerate, do what we are supposed to do, because then we won't be criticized. Now, I don't want any comments about politics or certain people or anything like that, because that's not what this is about. This is about God's ultimate plan. And his ways are mysterious, and we don't understand all of his ways, and that's not for us, because we don't have the mind of God. So I want you today to think about that. And it's in Romans chapter 13, starting with verse 1. It tells why we should do it. And if you're a kind of person that tries to get out of paying taxes, you better pay your taxes. Because it says the taxes are God's ministers attending continuality to this very thing. So, you have a great day, a great weekend, and God bless you.